Hi, I'm Stephanie Weaver, and this is Elliott, and we are very happy to be patients of Dr. Sharonberg's. When Elliott was actually the first night before we were, or the night before we were released from the hospital, he and I stayed up all night because he was crying and screaming, and the hospital didn't have a whole lot to say about that. We got him home, and he seemed fussy a lot, and every night about 9 o'clock he would start to cry and scream painfully. I could tell that he was in pain, and his little face would turn bright red, and he would clench up his eyes and his fists and his legs, and it would just, there wasn't anything I could do to help him. And at his 2-week appointment with his pediatrician, I mentioned to her that we were having some issues with colic. That's what I called it. I said, I think he's got colic and I don't know what to do for him. And she suggested that we come see Dr. Sharonberg. And I kind of didn't take the advice right away. And then we continued to have problems every night, like clockwork, to the point where we weren't getting any sleep. We'd get maybe 2 hours at a time, and I was staying up all night with him. And I also have a 2.5-year-old, so that makes parenting during the daytime a bit difficult. Then my husband met a gentleman who mentioned that he had had a colicky baby, and that he had also been a patient of Dr. Sharonberg's. And when my husband shared this with me, I thought, well, I've heard the name twice now. I clearly need to give it a call and